Namaskar, I'm Ashok Vyas. You're watching Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community on ITV Gold. This Sunday, we have a couple of stories related to the time that we are living in. Uh, Challenges of COVID-19, situations as are and as will be. We'll have part of my conversation with actor, director, and writer B.M. Vyas from Mumbai on the impact of coronavirus. We will have Indian Business Association and Accurate Diagnostic telling us how they are opening COVID-19 drive-through testing site. And now, a good news for Sai devotees. Sai Pariwar temple reopened for devotees and public at North Brunswick. Chef Maneet Chauhan talks about the challenges faced by restaurant industry. New York State Assemblywoman Catalina Cruz addressed South Asian and Immigrant Community District 39. All that and also a special weekly segment this week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh coming up right after these messages. Stay with us. नमस्कार, मैं अशोक व्यास विजन ऑफ एशिया वॉइस ऑफ कम्युनिटी कार्यक्रम में आपका स्वागत है। आईटीवी गोल्ड पर आज सोमवार को इस कार्यक्रम में हम आप तक पहुंचाने वाले हैं कुछ झलकियां उस संबोधन की जो न्यूयॉर्क के गवर्नर एंड्रू कुमो ने यूएसएस इंट्रेपिड सी एयर एंड स्पेस म्यूजियम में दिया। उसके अलावा एक खास मुलाकात का अंश कांग्रेसमैन टॉम सुओज़ी के साथ जिसमें उन्होंने कोविड-19 संबंधी स्थिति के बारे में चर्चा की और इस बातचीत में हमारा साथ दिया जेवियर स्कूल ऑफ मेडिसिन के प्रेसिडेंट रवि भोपलापुर ने। आज के कार्यक्रम में हम आपको मिलवाने वाले हैं फ्रैंक स्करलॉक से भी जो एंटरप्रेन्योर हैं और साथ ही इन्वेंटर भी हैं और प्रोबेबली प्रेसिडेंशियल होपफुल भी। आज के कार्यक्रम में समाज की सेवा करने की करुणा से प्रेरित एक रेस्टोरेंटर अमित गुहा से बातचीत का अंश जो कि हेल्थ वर्कर्स के लिए क्या कर रहे हैं ये आप जानेंगे आज के विजन ऑफ एशिया कार्यक्रम में। बने रहे हमारे साथ, होते हैं हाजिर इस छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद। फिर एक बार स्वागत है आपका विजन ऑफ एशिया वॉइस ऑफ कम्युनिटी कार्यक्रम में। ये कार्यक्रम सोमवार से गुरुवार तक आपकी सेवा में आईटीवी गोल्ड पर शाम 8 बजे पेश किया जाता है और रविवार को एक साप्ताहिक अंक विजन ऑफ एशिया का पेश करते हैं सुबह 11 बजे। आपकी प्रतिक्रियाएं हमारा उत्साह बढ़ाती हैं। आपको बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद करने के साथ साथ गुजारिश है कि बने रहे हमारे साथ, होते हैं हाजिर इस छोटे से ब्रेक के बाद। विजन ऑफ एशिया और वॉइस ऑफ कम्युनिटी में आज की शुरुआत करते हैं न्यूयॉर्क के गवर्नर एंड्रू कुमो द्वारा यूएसएस इंट्रेपिड सी एयर एंड स्पेस म्यूजियम में दिए गए संबोधन से, जहां उन्होंने सर्विस मेंबर्स को ऑनर करने के साथ साथ कोविड-19 से जूझते हुए न्यूयॉर्क की ताज़ा स्थिति की जानकारी भी दी।
And today we honor the service members who have lost their lives. We remember their families and the pain that they've dealt with. And we thank them all for their service, their bravery, and their sacrifice. I want to thank the Gelband family, Stu and Ellen, for being with us today and giving us the honor. And let's take a moment of silence in memory of all those who are fallen and wishing their families peace on this difficult day. We're still in the midst of this COVID battle. We are making progress here in New York. Again, the hospitalization rate is down. The net change in hospitalizations is down. Intubations is down, which is very good news. Day-to-day hospitalizations are down, which is continued good news, and in many ways the most important news. It means the number of people who are coming in to our hospitals on a day-to-day basis continues to drop. And the most important number to me, the number of lives lost, 96, is still painfully high, but only in the relative absurdity of our situation is that relatively good news.
कांग्रेसमैन टॉम स्वाजी संघर्ष करते रहे हैं कि न्यूयॉर्क को उसके लिए आवश्यक फंडिंग फेडरल गवर्नमेंट से मिले। इसके बारे में जानकारी देने के साथ साथ उन्होंने कुछ अन्य बातें भी बताई। उस बातचीत का अंश जिसमें हमारा साथ दे रहे थे जेवियर स्कूल ऑफ मेडिसिन के प्रेसिडेंट रवि भोपलापुर। पेश है बातचीत का ये अंश जो कल के इनसाइड टुनाइट विद अशोक व्यास कार्यक्रम में आप पूरी तरह देख पाएंगे।
Everybody's very anxious right now. They're worried about their health, much better today than it was 4 weeks ago. People are mourning people that have passed away. We lost my father-in-law. We buried him 5 weeks ago. He was 92 years old, and he got the coronavirus, and he passed away within 36 hours of his diagnosis. And people are worried about their finances. So many people that have lost their jobs, so many small businesses that haven't reopened. There's a lot of anxiety. So when I go to Washington, I'm always fighting for New York. I want to bring back the fair share of the money to New York. I represent 3 of the 6 hardest hit counties in America. I represent Suffolk, Nassau, and Queens counties, 3 of the 6 hardest hit counties in America. And when money is distributed from the federal government during the coronavirus, I have fought to ensure that a pot of money would be distributed based upon the rate of infection, not population, not old data, but based upon today's current crisis. And I was succeeded in getting that money put into the HEROES Act that we voted on last Friday. I've also fought to get the SALT deduction, the state and local tax deduction that's so important to the people of Long Island and Queens, New York City, the tri-state region, reinstate the SALT deduction in the HEROES Act as well. For both of those provisions, as well as many others, we now need the Senate to negotiate with us and get a deal done to actually deliver this much needed relief to people in my district and people throughout New York and throughout the country.
We are delighted that you are working diligently and intelligently for New Yorkers. And I must also mention that probably you are expecting $40 billion for New York, and I think this is to the tune of $49 billion. So that's
correct.
Additional victory. I would have Ravi Bhuplapurji share his concern from the point of view of business community, and as an attorney as well as a CPA, you know very well what they are facing. Raviji, go ahead.
Okay, first of all,
Ravi G.
Thank you, Congressman. It was so nice of you to text me back whenever I called you or asked you something. First, I had to congratulate you. You're the first responder for all the people who are in trouble, taking everybody's call, and you're helping every single small business owners, SBA and everything. With my own experience, I've seen you connected me to Rob of SBA, and things are working out smooth. And I'm in the business community. I know everybody is so proud and happy about your help. And that is, there's no question about, we are very thankful to you. The questions I have are a couple of things, Congressman. This facilitating the funding for the healthcare in case if it reoccurs or something. I hope there is no shortage of any funding to our hospitals in New York. Am I correct?
Oh, that's a big issue of mine. When they first handed out the money from the first CARES Act, the first tranche of money, Texas, which had 2.5% of the cases, got more money than the New York hospitals, which had 35% of the cases. So I fought that. I got every Democrat and every Republican in New York to sign a letter to the Health and Human Services. I worked with Chuck Schumer, and we got a $10 billion fund that would be distributed based upon the rate of infection Of that 10 billion, 4 billion came to New York hospitals. That money alone helped to solve the major crisis we had with the New York hospital. So I'm very proud of that. I'll always fight for the New York hospitals.
That's great. Another question I have is this unemployment benefits issues. It was too much of a backlog from the governor's office. We heard governor every day talking, but honestly speaking, that is not an answer we never got from the governor's office. A lot of still people are getting now, but it did not work. So you have any comment? How do we resolve this other than, listening to the same?
In my office, we get hundreds of calls every day about the unemployment insurance issue. And as much as we'd like to blame somebody or point fingers at the failure of the state to do this, this is happening in every state. And the reality is that the computer system that was set up for unemployment insurance in every state throughout the country are simply not powerful enough to handle the volume of cases. The New York State system was designed to handle 50,000 cases a week. It's hundreds of thousands of cases a week, and it's just overwhelmed. I think that we should consider looking at bills to try and keep people off of unemployment altogether, which is what the objective of the PPP program was, but it's not working as well as I would like to see it work. And there's a new proposal out there to actually, similar to what they're doing in Europe, whereby we give the money directly to the companies in return for them keeping people on the employment rolls. So this is being debated now. Right now, they want to extend the unemployment insurance, but we need to look at some of these other ideas as well.
फ्रैंक स्कर्लॉक जाने जाते हैं एक एंटरप्रेन्योर और इन्वेंटर के रूप में, और वो प्रेसिडेंशियल होपफुल भी हैं. हाल ही में उनसे जो बातचीत हुई उसका ये अंश पेश है.
I don't think politically right now, and even financially, we're out of control. Things are getting pretty expensive. It's tough living. Wages are kind of stagnant. Expenses are out of control. Have it be cell phones, utilities, cost of housing, things just are spiraling out of control. What's not out of control is earnings. Earnings are pretty flat. Maybe you can have some speculation in the stock market, which, yeah, you can make money, and I've made money there, but that's a false economy. That's based on news comes and goes and stuff like that. I think you got to have something that's consistent that people can bank on. So I think it's time we reset the clock. We teach people to do more with less, which is one of my buzz lines right now. That's do more with less. I mean, if you just take some of the industries out there, like professional sports or concerts, I mean, some of these ticket prices to go see, like the New Orleans Saints where I am, if I want to sit downstairs in our Superdome arena, it's like $250, $300 for a show I might not like. They might get beat up that day, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Also, if you go see an entertainer, a performer, the concert tickets are ridiculous. And so I think we need to get back in simple times, slow it down. I'm just a simple guy. I'm a realist. I'm concerned about health, because if you don't have health, you don't have anything. So, I'm actually decided myself I'm going to lose some substantial weight while I'm on the campaign trail, which is be healthy. This morning, a friend of mine and I, we challenged each other, and we each did a mile. We did 1 hour on a treadmill. I hadn't done an hour on a treadmill in over a year. So we did it today. I travel extensively, and the gym at my hotel was open, so we decided to use it. I see a much bigger picture, that I see people coming together, and instead of trying to take advantage of people, I pray for a situation that people want to work together for the common good. And I have a saying, goodness will prevail if you let it. Because a lot of times people don't let it. They go in for the kill and they hurt somebody. It's like a sales car. You go to buy a car, there's a salesman, he gets excited, going to get a commission. Well, you know what? I would only sell something to somebody if they were comfortable with it. And that's the whole deal, is you have to be also relaxed. So I lost my mother to pancreatic cancer, and I'm pretty certain it was caused by stress. My father was pretty laid back. His blood pressure was actually super low, to tell you the truth. Take care. Thank you. His blood pressure was low because I remember working on a few special projects with him, and he actually was concerned for his health, not because of high blood pressure, it was because of low blood pressure, because he had so much confidence and feeling in himself. But what I would like to share is we believe we're really onto something significant with the corona, is that using all natural holistic ways, from lighting to oxygen to stimulation of the cells of the body, that we can cure the coronavirus pandemic naturally.
रेस्टोरेंटर अमित गुहा ने कोविड-19 की स्थिति के चलते जो चुनौतियां हमारे सामने आ रही हैं उनका सामना करने के लिए अपनी ओर से सेवामय सहयोग देने का निर्णय लिया और हेल्थ वर्कर्स तक हर दिन पिज़्ज़ा पहुंचाने के क्रम में कोऑर्डिनेशन के लिए उनकी मदद की वैलेरी सेन गुप्ता ने। ये क्रम जारी है। पेश है उनसे बातचीत का ये अंश।
I think initially it was just word of mouth, whoever we knew in the community. But from a marketing perspective, basically what I did is there was a lot of press articles that people were requesting. There was a lot of how do we spread the word of what we're doing to people beyond our community, right? Because it's not just, within our community who we're helping everyone. And so it was making sure, thinking from a marketing perspective, how can we get the word out about this project that we're doing to help the front line?
Yeah, I would like, both Valerie and I would like people to go to our website at www.rivierav.com. Look at our site, and if they could contribute in that way, we can continue this crusade in supporting the frontline workers who are really God-sent and helping and saving the lives of people. Something goes wrong, we go to them. So why don't we support them without any inhibitions on our part? So please, I would like the viewers and the community members to go to www.rivierav.com and contribute.
And whether they come through us and help the front line, or they just take that idea and run with it on their own, our end goal is we want to show our gratitude to the front line, whether that goes through Riviera 5 or it goes through someone else. That wasn't really the point.
दीदी माँ रितंबरा का नाम न केवल आध्यात्मिक जगत में बल्कि समाज सेवा के साथ साथ राष्ट्र प्रेम के पर्याय के रूप में भी लिया जाता है। कोविड-19 की स्थिति का सामना करते हुए सबके कल्याण की प्रार्थना के साथ वो ब्रह्म यज्ञ का आयोजन कर रही हैं। इस बारे में जानकारी उन्होंने हमारे साथ स्काइप से बातचीत करते हुए दी। पेश है उस बातचीत का ये अंश।
तो व्यास जी, ऐसा था कि लगातार मुझे कहा जा रहा था कि अभी क्योंकि हम पब्लिक में, जनता में जा नहीं सकते, कार्यक्रमों के आयोजन भी नहीं हो सकते, तो मैं यद्यपि कभी भी ऐसे लाइव कभी फेसबुक वगैरह पे नहीं रही हूँ। ऐसे कुछ संदेश मेरे जाते रहते हैं। मेरा सोशल मीडिया से कोई लेना देना नहीं हूँ, बड़ी बैकवर्ड हूँ इस मामले में मैं। तो हुआ ये कि कुछ ना कुछ होना चाहिए। मेरे मन में ख्याल आया कि क्यों ना सब लोग ब्रह्म यज्ञ के लिए, मेरे मन में बहुत वर्षों से ये ख्याल आता है व्यास जी, क्योंकि हमारे देश में बहुत बड़ा दंश है जो मैं महसूस करती हूँ कि हमारे समाज में जो वर्ण व्यवस्था को लेके उसका दुरुपयोग किया गया जिस तरह, और जातीय विद्वेष जिस तरह, राजनीति की चाशनी चढ़ के इस देश की अंतरात्मा को विखंडित करता रहा, वो मेरे चित्त चेतना का बहुत बड़ा चिंतन का विषय रहा। क्योंकि बहुत सारा ऐसा समाज है जो दिग्भ्रमित होकर इधर उधर भटक रहा है। और आप देखो कि धर्म की दुकानें चलाने वाले लोग, वो भी जनता को भेड़ बकरियां समझकर, मतलब हिंदू जाति एक बड़ी फसल है जिसको जो चाहे वो काट ले। और बहुत बार ऐसा होता है कि लोगों को लगता है हमें किसी चीज का अधिकार नहीं है, हमें होम करने का अधिकार नहीं है, हमें यज्ञोपवीत धारण करने का अधिकार नहीं है। तो मेरे मन में कई बार ये आता रहा कि भाई क्यों ना आप पूरे ब्रह्मांड को कुंड समझें और अपने सदकर्मों की आहुति दें, जिससे सारी सृष्टि का कल्याण हो और हमारा भी कल्याण हो। तो बहुत वर्षों से मेरे हृदय में एक ये भावना रही। आप देखो कि हमारे देश में बाहर से तो खतरे बहुत हैं, पर हमारे अंतर कलह भी बहुत हैं। हमारी बातों को लेके बड़ी स्पष्टता नहीं है, चाहे वो कर्म कांड को लेके हो, अन्य हमारी और धार्मिक गतिविधियां, या हमारे धर्म की विधा कैसे हमारी जिंदगी में धर्म क्रांति करता है। तो ये चंद लोगों तक ही सीमित हुआ, बाकी सारे लोग कोसों दूर चले गए और वो भ्रमित किए गए। और जब हिंदू भ्रमित होता है, उसकी ताकत कम होती है, तो देश अंदर से टूटने लग जाता है और शत्रु जो है वो प्रबल हो जाता है। तो मेरे मन में बहुत वर्षों से एक भावना थी कि क्यों ना सर्व समाज, सारा समाज ये देखे बिना कि वो किस जाति में पैदा हुआ, उसका अपना क्या पहचान है, वो ब्रह्म यज्ञ करे। तो कोई साकल्य नहीं, कोई सामग्री नहीं, कोई कुंड नहीं, ब्रह्मांड को कुंड मानना है। और क्योंकि हृदय स्थल पर अंगुष्ठ मात्र परम पुरुष विराजमान है, हमारा विज्ञानमय कोश हृदय में है, इसीलिए वहां हृदय पे हाथ रखना है और दूसरे हाथ को योग मुद्रा में। और अभी आप देखो कि ये पौर है हमारे, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 बार इस मंत्र का ओम स्वम सर्व मंगलाय स्वाहा करके 13 बार मंत्र का जाप करके ब्रह्म यज्ञ। ये भगवती सर्वमंगला जो है वो त्रिपुर सुंदरी की 14वीं नित्या विद्या है, जिसके बीज मंत्र से हम ब्रह्म यज्ञ करवाते हैं। तो उसके पीछे मेरी यही धारणा थी कि धीरे धीरे पूरा समाज 13 बार मंत्र जाप करके ब्रह्म यज्ञ की अगर परंपरा हमारे यहाँ प्रारंभ होती है तो जातियों की दीवारें गिरेंगी। तो हम लोग वाल्मीकियों के और रविदासियों के कॉलोनी में, और देखो व्यास जी, मैं अगर कथा करने कहीं जाती हूँ तो फिर ये होता है कि जिस दिन शबरी का प्रसंग होगा उस दिन सब शबर जाति के ही लोग भोजन पकाएंगे और वो प्रसाद बांटेंगे। और जिस दिन वाल्मीकि जी का प्रसंग होगा तो वाल्मीकि जाति के ही सब लोग भोजन पकाएंगे और वही प्रसादी वितरित होगी। और जिस दिन केवट प्रसंग होगा उस दिन सैकड़ों की संख्या में केवट जाति के ही लोग जजमान बनेंगे और मंचों पे आके विराजमान होंगे। तो एक कथा अपने आप में एक बड़ी क्रांति हो जाती है। जो सामाजिक दूरियां हैं वो नजदीकियां बहुत जरूरी हैं, हम पास में आके बैठे, ये बहुत जरूरी है। तो ये क्योंकि चिंतन के केंद्र बिंदु में एक आत्मता रही, तो उसमें से ही ये ब्रह्म यज्ञ की कल्पना कि हम इस तरह ब्रह्म यज्ञ करें। तो फिर हमने सोचा कि चलो एक दिन ब्रह्म यज्ञ करवाएं। जिस दिन करवाया उस दिन लगा क्यों ना 21 दिन किया जाए। तो फिर हम 15-20 मिनट अपना कुछ पाथे दे देते हैं और फिर ये ब्रह्म यज्ञ मंगल कामना, विश्व की कामना, विश्व के कल्याण की कामना, प्राणियों के सद्भावों की कामना। तो वैसे भी जब हम दूसरे के सुख की कामना से भरते हैं तो कहीं ना कहीं हमारा हृदय भी तो रस से भर जाता है। ये बहुत सुंदर विधा है, सुखी करने का प्रयत्न हमें सुख दे देता है। उसी भावना से ये कोई बहुत बड़ा कोई कर्मकांड रहस्यात्मक कोई विषय नहीं है, ये तो पूरे ब्रह्मांड को कुंड मान के अपने सदकर्मों की आहुतियां डालने की भावना ब्रह्म यज्ञ की है। वैसे हमारे यहाँ ब्रह्म यज्ञ, ऋषि यज्ञ, पितृ यज्ञ, देव यज्ञ, अतिथि यज्ञ, ऐसे 5 यज्ञ माने गए हैं। और जो ब्रह्म यज्ञ है ये संध्या वंदन और स्वाध्याय आचार्यों का आदर सम्मान, उसी को ब्रह्म यज्ञ कहा जाता है।
और आज का बिजन एशिया वॉइस ऑफ कम्युनिटी कार्यक्रम समाप्त करने से पहले हम आपको फिर एक बार याद दिलाना चाहते हैं कि ITV गोल्ड का एक बहुत सक्रिय फेसबुक पेज है, आप उसका फ्रेंड बने और हमारे कार्यक्रमों का समयानुसार लाभ उठाएं। साथ ही ITV गोल्ड के YouTube चैनल को भी सब्सक्राइब करें और इवेंट्स के बारे में तथा अन्य जानकारियों के साथ हमें लिखें events@itvgold.com पर। हमारा साथ देने के लिए आपका धन्यवाद करने के साथ साथ ये प्रार्थना कि हम सब सुरक्षित रहें, स्वस्थ रहें और उन सभी हिदायतों का पालन करें जो हमारे सामूहिक स्वास्थ्य के लिए आवश्यक है, जिसमें से सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग बनाए रखने के साथ साथ हाथ न मिलाकर करना है। नमस्कार, अनुमति दें। You're watching Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community, and we begin with a look at the entertainment industry, the Bollywood, the Mumbai, from the eyes of actor, director, and writer B.M. Vyas. How he perceives the impact of coronavirus on creativity and commercial aspect of creative expression. Let us hear from him. रंगकर्मी, निर्देशक और लेखक बी.एम. व्यास जी अब अपने पुत्र सुमित व्यास की ख्याति के साथ भी जाने जाने लगे हैं, पर उनकी यात्रा जोधपुर शहर से एनएसडी होते हुए जिस तरह मुंबई में उनको लेकर आई और क्या क्या प्रोजेक्ट्स उनके प्रारंभिक काल के रहे, तारा से लेकर चाणक्य से लेकर भारत एक खोज होते हुए बी.एम. व्यास जी ने हाल ही में महाराणा प्रताप सीरियल के संवाद का भी लेखन किया, जिसके लिए उन्हें सर्वश्रेष्ठ संवाद लेखन का सम्मान भी मिला था। उनसे विस्तृत बातचीत में हमने ये भी जानना चाहा कि किस तरह ये लॉकडाउन का पीरियड क्रिएटिविटी पर प्रभाव डाल रहा है। बम्बई में आपको क्या लग रहा है, अगर कला जगत की दृष्टि से देखें तो ये वाला जो प्रभाव है कोरोना वायरस का, इसका अभी और भविष्य क्या देखते हैं आप प्रभाव?
देखिए, औरों की क्या सोच है या मानना है उसके बारे में तो मैं कुछ कह नहीं सकता, मैं अपनी राय रख सकता हूँ
जी।
मुझे हमेशा से लगता है कि जब जब समस्याएं आती हैं तो कला को निखार मिलता है। मैं सैडिस्ट नहीं हूं, इसलिए मैं ये नहीं कहता हूं कि कवि को भूखा मार दीजिए तो अच्छी कविता आएगी। आप समझ पा रहे होंगे मेरा कहने का मतलब है, जब भी कॉन्ट्रोडिक्शन समाज में अधिक हो, छटपटाहट अधिक हो, चीजें एकदम ब्लैक एंड व्हाइट में ना हो, समझ में ना आ रही हो, मिस्ट्री सी चल रही है, कला को और क्या चाहिए। तो जहां तक सृजन की बात है उसके लिए ये माहौल बहुत अच्छा है। अब इस सृजन को लोगों तक पहुंचाने की बात जहां आती है वो तो मुझे लगता है इसकी नई इबारत ढूंढनी पड़ेगी, वो चाहे अमेरिका हो चाहे भारत हो। हमें पता ही नहीं कि कोरोना के बाद लोगों का व्यवहार कैसे बदलेगा या बदलना चाहिए, और ऐसे समय हमें क्या लिखना होगा, कैसा लिखना होगा, और उसके लिए क्या फॉर्म जो होगी वो उपयुक्त होगी। थिएटर है तो थिएटर किस तरह से होगा, फिल्म है तो वो किस तरह से जाएगी, डिजिटल प्लेटफॉर्म्स कहीं फिल्म का सारा स्पेस तो ना हथिया लें। तो ये सारी बातें अब धीरे धीरे एक्सप्लोर होगी, लेकिन सृजन के लिए तो ये बेहतर समय है, क्योंकि मेरे ख्याल से पिछले 60-70 वर्षों से सभी जगह कमोबेश लोग जो कुछ भी चला आ रहा था उसको वैसा की वैसा रिपीट करने के आदी हो चुके। ये पहली बार एक ऐसा ब्रेक थ्रू आया जिसने मेरे ख्याल से न सिर्फ कवियों को, चित्रकारों को, स्कल्प्टर्स को, राइटर्स को, आप और हमको झकझोरा है कि जो चला आ रहा है उसे उससे हटें, अपने को देखें, दूसरे को देखें, और फिर से एक नई नई भाषागत, ऐसा मुझे लगता है।
जो नई भाषा की बात आपने की और सृजनात्मक दृष्टि से ऐसे चुनौतीपूर्ण काल जो हैं वो विशेष प्रेरणा के वाहक होते हैं।
जी
उसके
जी।
साथ आपकी एक सकारात्मक सोच भी हम तक आ रही है। सृजन की बात को व्यवसाय के साथ जोड़कर जब देखते हैं तो कुछ अलग उसका रंग बनने लग जाता है। अभी
जी
के संदर्भ पर रहते हुए तो सृजन होगा, जो एकाकी वाला सृजन है वो अधिक हो सकता है, जो टीम वर्क वाला है वो थोड़ा मुश्किल है।
बिल्कुल।
और तो व्यावसायिकता की दृष्टि से सृजन पर भी कुछ बादल मंडरा सकते हैं क्या?
कुछ नहीं साहब, घटाटोप बादल में मंडरा है।
जी।
क्योंकि देखिए, मैं अक्सर ऐसा महसूस करता हूँ, बातचीत भी करता हूँ, एक घर में जब साधारण समृद्धि आती है, यानी खाने पीने का सामान अच्छा आ गया, सारे बिल आप अच्छी तरीके से पे कर पा रहे हैं, आपकी गाड़ी अच्छी से चल रही है, इससे ऊपर जब पैसा आता है तब आदमी अच्छी किताब खरीदने के बारे में सोच पाता है, तब एक अच्छे प्ले का टिकट खरीदने की बात सोच पाता है, तब वो एक अच्छी फिल्म देखने के लिए जाने की योजना बना पाता है। तो हम जब नाटक करते हैं या टेलीविजन सीरीज पे काम करेंगे या फिल्मों में काम करेंगे, उसी क्षेत्र में हम करते हैं, तो समाज तो यही है। ये समाज जो मेरे ख्याल से हम सभी जान रहे हैं, पूरी तरीके से इसकी अर्थव्यवस्था छिन्न भिन्न हो गई।
सही।
हाँ, हमें डिनायल में नहीं रहना चाहिए। ये गरीबी, इसे हम स्वीकार नहीं करेंगे तो मर जाएंगे। ये जो बहुत सारे प्रवासी एक गांव से दूसरे गांव जा रहे हैं, शहरों से सारे के सारे मजदूर अपने घरों की तरफ जा रहे हैं, आप उन्हें समझा नहीं सकते कि भाई वहां जाके भी क्या हो जाएगा, पर वो जा रहे हैं, डरे हुए। ऐसे ही सब एक दूसरे पे शक कर रहे हैं, सारी फैक्ट्रियां बंद है, सारा कंस्ट्रक्शन वर्क बंद है। जब बड़े बड़े देशों में भी गरीबी आ गई है, जहां से अनुदान ले लेके मझोले देश अपने कारोबारों को चलाते थे, तो आप समझिए कि जब तक अर्थव्यवस्था का चक्का दोबारा से नहीं चलेगा, कौन हमारी कविता सुनेगा बताइए, कौन हमारा नाटक देखेगा? सबसे पहले तो रोटी की समस्या आई। हाँ, ये मैं मानता हूं कि जिस समस्या में पूरा समाज इस समय उलझा हुआ है, डूबा हुआ है, फंसा हुआ है, जो कवि, जो लेखक, जो ऑडियो विजुअल मीडिया में काम करने वाला व्यक्ति है, वो अपने आप को इनके साथ कर लेगा, वो चल पाएगा। जैसे अगर किसी के घर में अभी अभी 4 लोग मरे हैं, तो आप सीधे सीधे उन्हें कविता ना सुनाएं, उनके घर जाएं, उनके साथ बैठे, वो रो रहे हैं तो उनकी पीठ पे अपना हाथ रखें, जिससे पहले उन्हें लगे कि हम उनमें से ही। अब हमारी बात में अगर कविता झलकती है, अब उनके दुखों को मेरा नाटक समेटता है, अब उनकी संवेदनाओं को मेरा संवाद पकड़ पाता है, तब तो मैं जी पाऊंगा या मुझे जीने का हक है, वरना नहीं चल पाऊंगा। अर्थव्यवस्था को छोड़ भी दे, पर मानवीय मूल्यों को तो पकड़ना पड़ेगा। अब अशोक जी, आपके यहाँ पर जैसी समस्याएं चल रही हैं, वो हो सकता है बाहर से अलग अलग कर ली जाए, लेकिन समस्या तो समस्या है ना। समस्या वहां भी है, समस्या यहां भी, समस्या अफ्रीका में भी। पहली बार 200 से अधिक देशों में समस्या है कि हम जिए कैसे।
Indian Business Association and Accurate Diagnostic open COVID-19 drive-through testing site. This is an important way to help all of us cope up with the challenge posed by COVID-19. And the more testing sites are available and accessible, it is easier to learn about the situation that we are in And on that front, we appreciate and commend these efforts and initiative by Indian Business Association and Accurate Diagnostic that has opened COVID-19 drive-through testing site. Here is the report.
Okay. હવે ઉપરનો નહીં ઉપરનું કાઢી કાઢો. Oh, sorry. You have to take it out the top one.
Take out the top?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Put in the garbage, the kit, and take the blue one. Yes. And just,
Let it up?
tight it. Make it tight.
A little bit more. Round and round.
It's just done. Just stick it.
Little bit more tight. Little bit more tight.
Little bit more. More.
Tight, tight.
It's okay. Oh, it's okay. Leave it.
Yes. I think it's done.
Okay. Give it to me. That garbage also. Thank you. You all set.
All set? It's very convenient. Staff's good. The appointment process was really easy. And I think everyone needs to get tested. You don't know what you're taking home to your kids. You don't know what you're taking home to your friends. So I think it's really critical for everybody to get tested, especially as the state gets ready to go back to work. Things are opening up. Businesses are opening up. Safer. Play it safe.
Guys, you can see the cars lined up on both sides. It's going to be the drive test. Nobody is going to get out of the car. It's going to be remaining in the car. People will have to just use the equipment and do the spitting to get the test done. And the result will be out pretty soon, within 24 to 48 hours. So you can see the medical staff here behind already started the process. You can see cars have lined up. Every day we'll be doing testing for hundreds of people. So this is pretty easy, fast, simple, one of the simplest COVID-19 tests available called saliva testing. IBA is organizing this in association with Accurate Diagnostic along with Agile Healthcare, along with all the sponsors.
Testing is the key to getting back to normal, and we're on our way there. And this site will be a great step in moving into that normal. And I applaud all the sponsors. You know, you can see everybody here, applaud everybody here, and especially IBA for setting this up and working for the community. They're always for the community, and this is another example of what they do for our community. So thank you for being here, and everybody be safe.
This is the diagnostics test, and it's very safe. It is a drive-through test. You don't come out of the car, so you know it's very simple. It takes like less than 5 minutes to do the test. Important thing about doing this test is, if you don't do the test, you don't know anything. If you do the test and you have an infection, you just quarantine yourself for 14 days. Make sure you take all the precautions, and then everything is good. But if you don't do the test and you don't have symptoms, then what happens? You are infecting your family, friends, and everybody you meet. So this is very, very important that people do the test, and IBA is in forefront in doing this. This is in a very convenient location of Oak Tree Road, 2 minutes from inside the Oak Tree Road, and there is no cost for if you have insurance, and if you don't have insurance, still there is a way it can be covered.
This is the saliva test. You'll know your results within a day or 2 days. And it's so important, if you feel sick, if you are sick, please come. There's other places in the state of New Jersey and also in Edison, but this is local to Edison. Please come, be safe, and be well.
We want to thank Dr. Sudhir Parikh for covering the event. And I know you guys always come for every event of Indian community and all. And I want to request everyone that please do registration and do your testing, because at least you'll be safe from the person who has been tested. I have seen a store in New Jersey, they had 9 employees, and the store, it's written outside the poster that all the employees are tested negative. And believe me, the business of these people has gone up by 35% because of this, because people got a confidence that it is tested and it's a safe place to visit or buy anything. So I want to request everyone, please come out and do the registration.
The core teaching of Sai Bhagwan is known as Shraddha and Saburi, that is faith and patience. And this period requires a lot of patience to stay calm and composed and collect our positive energy to face and creatively overcome all the obstacles hurled at us from different directions due to COVID 19. So, Sai Pariwar temple reopening came as a fresh breeze of joy for Sai devotees at North Brunswick, New Jersey. Here's the report.
तत्वत्राय नमः तत्पुरुषाय नमः पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः सत्यतत्त्वबोधकाय नमः कामादिशद्वैतपुंसरे नमः वेदानन्दभप्रदाय नमः लीललोहिताय नमः वक्रतुण्डाय नमः शूर्पकर्णाय नमः हेरम्भाय नमः स्कन्दपूर्वजाय नमः वरसिद्धये नमः पुण्ये नमः परमेश्वराय नमो नमः नानाविधपरिमलपत्रपुष्पाः अक्षतपूजां समर्पयामि.
Right now, we are all going through a very bad pandemic crisis, but though the temple is closed for past 2 months, the priest comes every day in the morning at 9:30, and he does the abhishekam, archana, then he offers, the prasadam to all the deities, and he performs the arti, then he goes away. And Thursdays are, as you all know, Baba's special day. So Thursdays also he comes, and then because of this pandemic, no devotees are allowed and no volunteers are allowed. So it will go for a few more days. But we didn't want, our pujas, abhishekams and archanas, to stop, and everything is being very smoothly run. Besides whatever every temple does, in our temple we have different activities, cultural activities, like we have singing programs, we have instrumental programs, we have dance programs, and besides that we have several health camps.
Welcome to our temple virtually. Very soon you will be able to come here like before and get the blessings of Baba directly. Now today is a virtual blessings, and we also request you to come and be part of it like before always. The one unique aspect of our temple is we have religious discourses. Anybody who is good in giving religious discourse coming from India, we encourage them, and they get a time slot and they come and give a free discourse for all the devotees. And then we also have dance programs, mridangam and other percussions. All, people are really, if you see some of the video cutouts that we will be showing in this program, you will be amazed to see what's going on in this temple. And apart from that, we also worry about the health of our devotees. So we give a lot of free services, dental camps, like 4 dentists, they commit every year, come 4 or 5 days on springtime, and then spend 5 hours here in the temple and check everybody with plastic disposables. And they don't treat, they just check and then give suggestions what they have to do. And more than that, the students from Rutgers University, they are the main pillars for our services. They come every Thursday almost these days, spend 5 hours, 5 or 6 of them, and they give lot of services. They check the blood pressure and various other things related to BMI indexes at the end.
Unfortunately, during COVID, with not many of us not able to come and pray Baba, but we are trying to organize a live streaming of Aartis on Thursdays. We will send you an email about the details and the link so that you all can watch remotely at home and pray Baba.
You're watching Asia Voice of the Community. This program comes to you Monday Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursdays on ITV Gold at 8 p.m. And a weekly special edition is brought for you with a lot of love every Sunday at 11 a.m. We appreciate your encouraging response, and while I request you to stay with us, we'll be right back after these short messages. While you are not living the kind of normal life where you would go out, celebrate with friends and family members at restaurants, that is not only affecting the way you would enjoy and celebrate life, it is also affecting a complete restaurant industry in a significant way. Chef Maneet Chauhan talked to us about how this coronavirus pandemic is affecting restaurant industry.
Welcome to ITV Gold, Chef Maneet Chauhan. Hope you're doing well.
Thank you so much. Yes, I'm doing good. Thank you for asking.
You know, it's great to have you with us because, you know, we as a nation are going through a lot right now during the COVID-19 crisis, and the industry that you belong with, the food industry and the restaurant industry, is directly in the heart of this crisis. So, you know, starting this interview, I have to ask you your comments on the impact COVID-19 has had on the food industry in its entirety, but especially on the livelihoods of restaurants. How have you looked at this entire situation?
I think personally, for me, it was the different stages of grief. The fact that it happened so suddenly. We heard the chatter in the background, and we were very, very careful about how things were at the restaurants. We were cleaning. We were in touch with, you know, our like Autochlor, who provides all chemicals. They were giving us special chemicals to get rid of COVID-19, all of that. But this decision kind of happened overnight. And initially it was a state of shock because we kind of had to let go of our entire team, which is over 250 people. But right after that, my first instinct was to just make sure that everybody was taken care of, be it food, be it, you know, whatever people need, because the worst thing that can happen to anybody in the food industry is to be food insecure. So we connected with a lot of local, food vendors where a lot of perishables were getting wasted. So, we got stuff from them, set it up in our parking lot because we really didn't want too many people together. People from hospitality industry all across Nashville came up, picked up stuff, connected with the Nashville Food Project, dropped off a lot of food over there. I mean, we got around 550 cases of perishable fruits and vegetables delivered to us. We got in touch with One Gen Away, which is an organization that helps in, feeding students who would not get food because they're not going to school. So, children and hunger, again, something very close to our heart, something we try to solve. So, yeah, that was it. And then, and then after some time, we just started planning on how we are going to come back, how we're going to be stronger. The core team continued doing curbside. We were cooking for first responders, for hospital, people working in hospitals, doing whatever we can to make the community stronger and, more positive. On my end, I started doing these insane number of IGTV, etc., so that I could kind of spread a little bit of joy, happiness, and Indian food techniques for people who were deprived of that. And that's what it is.
You know, in terms of discussing food insecurity, that's such a huge project for each state right now. We're talking about so much unemployment. Food insecurity is actually a direct result of it. What have been some of the challenges of the restaurants in helping with that? And also just the challenges with, again, going curbside, with reopening as such a big focus now. Where is the focus and the challenges?
I think the biggest focus and the challenge is that we need to make our immediate community stronger, right? I have reached that stage where I realize that, a big problem like food insecurity cannot be solved by starting at the big level. It needs to be started at a micro level, right? What can I do in my community, right? How can I spread that that positivity, a solution in my community, so that it goes ahead and starts growing. So I think that is what we are doing. I think the foundation level is very important. It's very important to solve the issue, you know, in your immediate surroundings, and then it really starts radiating all around.
You know, your comments on this statement that we read somewhere, restaurants have lost up to 3 decades of jobs in just 2 months. According to you, what is the method or perhaps the technique to survive COVID-19 right now? If you are a restaurant owner or if you are a bar owner, you know, even you own certain places that work as both, what have you realized has helped?
Aditi, I wish I had a crystal ball that I could tell you that what is, you know, what the solution is. All of us in this industry, in this country, around the world, are still grappling with the fallout of COVID-19. All of us are trying our level best to make an informed decision which is safe for our team, for our guests, and for ourselves. And everybody is coming up with unique ideas. I think with curbside, the basics, just to make sure that there is no contact, you know, curbside delivery. The fact that, you know, simple things like the guidelines which are coming out, which we are following, you know, wearing the mask all the time, which, by the way, when you work in a hot kitchen, a mask it's so stifling, but you've got to do what you've got to do. The fact that there's constant hand washing, there are sanitizer stations all over, there are gloves on all the time. And, you know, as people are coming in right now, each and every team member's temperature is being taken to make sure that nobody is sick. We are writing logs down, we are asking questions. Again, it is so, it's a work in progress. And I don't think that there is a correct answer for how to survive this. I think the only correct answer is to have the resilience to survive it. Not to get bogged down by it. Yes, I mean, in the scope of our entire lives, these few months it's just going to be a really short span. So everybody needs to look at the longevity of staying, of resilience, and just being smart about each and every step that they are taking.
What is the future of restaurants or food industry looking like? You belong to 2 very interesting aspects of the food industry. One is television, and the other one is the actual restaurant, you know, ownerships of having various branches, not just one. Where do you see it going? Is it going to be limited people? Will it be limited staff? Will it be, you know, the requirements of masks and gloves and the continuity of that?
I think everything which is happening right now is going to be very temporary, right? The solution is going to come up when there is a vaccine or when there is a cure, right? Nothing is going to be normal before that happens. That's something that all of us agree with. So whatever steps which are being taken, those steps are going to be very temporary. Be it every alternate tables, be it disposable china, be it, you know, everybody wearing masks. In the end of the day, we have to realize the reason people go to a restaurant is not only to eat, it is to socialize. That's why the restaurant is the heart of a community, of a society. It's not because of food. You can get food anywhere, right? But the fact is, the sense of belonging, that togetherness that you feel, that you can find in a restaurant, right? It's a social outing. So I think the future of the restaurant industry is going to come back to the fact that we are going to be together. It'll just take time. It'll just take time. And we'll have to, I mean, the fallout of COVID is so, it's so huge. The fact that there is going to be, you know, economic constraints for people to come out. So our recovery is going to be very, very slow, but our recovery will be there. And I think that is something that everybody needs to keep in mind, that tomorrow is not going to be normal. Next year, yeah, we'll get on the track of being normal.
New York State Assemblywoman Catalina Cruz addressed South Asian and Immigrant Community District 39th, New York. Here is a part of her address.
Assemblywoman Catalina Cruz, welcome to ITV Gold. Thank you for your time here.
Thank you for having me again. It's good to see you after such a long time.
Of course. When we first had you, you were campaigning for this, and now you are the Assemblywoman and you are taking us through such a hard time. Just starting this interview with us, I would just like for you to reflect upon how COVID-19 has impacted the immigrant communities. You represent District 39. It is super, super diverse. It has a lot of immigrant communities. A lot of essential workers are also working there. Could you tell us how it's impacted that minority community?
Absolutely. Look, in the 39th district, we have Jackson Heights, Corona, and Elmhurst, and Jackson Heights and Corona are actually statistically the top two neighborhoods with the highest number of contagion, as well as two of the top 10 neighborhoods with the highest number of deaths because of COVID. What this has meant is that people have unfortunately died, people have gotten sick. We have to look at the history of the neighborhood to understand why that has happened. These are immigrant communities that are highly dependent on daily labor. So whether they're at a restaurant, whether they're domestic workers, whether they're street vendors, and lots of these folks have no access to healthcare, have no access to help from the federal government because maybe they're undocumented, or maybe they have another form of status, or we have lots of folks who are taxi drivers, who are Uber drivers, who are working in these industries where you're not necessarily considered an employee. So you may get some help, but not all the help that you need. And that has led to a lot of people ending up this way, sick, unfortunately. One of the other, I think, unique things about this neighborhood is we have some of the highest concentration of people. We are forced often to live in overcrowded situations because the rent is too high, and sometimes it's cultural. Sometimes we want to live with grandma, we want to live with auntie, but most of the time we're forced to live in overcrowded situations because we just can't afford the rent.
Definitely. And so, when I ask you a question about the impact on the healthcare system, then these communities are directly impacted by those. Wouldn't you say that?
I mean, absolutely. In this neighborhood, we have one big hospital. Well, in these three neighborhoods, we have one big hospital, which is Elmhurst Hospital. And many of your viewers may have heard that in the past 2-3 months, Elmhurst Hospital became almost like a daily thing on the news because of the number of people that were dying, because of how crowded it was, because it began operating at almost, I believe, 125% capacity, which is extremely high. And so the healthcare system almost crumbled in our neighborhoods.
Definitely. And then, discussing that, when you're looking at this economic crisis and the healthcare crisis, right now, what is the condition of the hospitals in your area right now, in the district? What are the needs, of the hospitals and nursing homes? And I see there's a PPE supply and boxes of those behind you. I would like to know what that is for as well.
So I think it's much better than it was when it began. Initially, we weren't getting enough supplies. We didn't have the support, frankly, from the elected officials who needed to be worried about this. When people realized how terrible it was, we began advocating for more PPE. And so we were getting it from the government, but we were also getting it from donations, which is some of what you're seeing here. But this is actually not that. This is bags that we use to pack food for the people that we feed every day out of our office. Because one of the things that began happening is that we don't have food pantries in our community. So people were going hungry, and we closed down our office to the public, but we opened it up to give out food.
Is food insecurity a really big problem in that area right now due to the economic crisis and the healthcare crisis?
It's a huge issue because if you are doing the kind of work that you depend on it every day, as I mentioned before, if you don't work, you don't get paid. If you don't get paid, you don't eat, and you cannot pay rent. And so people are scavenging basically at different places to see where they can get food because there isn't a lot. So we've partnered up with nonprofits, our neighbors. We had a union drop off a bunch of food today. we are depending on the help of others to make sure that our community is not going to die hungry.
What are some of your current concerns? Your major area of focuses right now is, with reopening as such a major news, is a concern also a resurge of COVID-19 cases while your area is still battling with it?
Absolutely. I think it would be irresponsible for us to just open it up just like that. I think we need to, this I do agree with the governor, to do it gradually based on the statistics and the numbers that the healthcare professionals are giving us. If we begin to see a steady decrease in a way that it would make it safe for us to reopen, then that's what we need to do. But we still need to do it gradually and with education for the community so that we don't end up 3 months from now worse off.
What do you have to say about the local as well as state leadership here, especially in New York? We are the epicenter of the epicenter. How do you think all of these leaders have handled this, the city itself?
I think many of us have done a really good job at being at the forefront of what the community needed. But I do think that for a while there, some of the leaders at our city and state level spend too much time fighting each other rather than helping people and figuring out who could take credit for the work. And so we're at a point now where no one cares where it came from. No one cares who takes credit. All that people want to know is, can they pay the rent? Can they eat? Do they have health care? And when can they go back to work?
What is the answer to any of those questions, then, Assemblywoman? When are you predicting somewhat of a normal life in New York?
Never. We're never going to go back to the normal that we thought was the normal. And that's what I think people don't understand. For a long time, we prioritize the self rather than the community. For a long time, we chose politics over people. For a long time, we neglected the communities that needed us the most, while only remembering them during election time. And so I think we as a community will never be the same. I can make a prediction as to when we'll have a little bit of new normal, because I'm not a doctor or scientist. I think it's going to take a while for us to go out into the street without our mask, not feel the need to put hand sanitizers every 5 seconds on our hands, and for us to see a decrease in the rate of deaths that we have been seeing. And so it's we'll see.
You're watching Vision of Asia, Voice of the Community, and now time for our weekly special segment with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. This week with Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh. We are trying to figure out a new norm with the help of Padma Shri Dr. Sudhir Parikh in this show this week, and I take this opportunity of welcoming Dr. Sahib. Namaste. Welcome.
Namaste. Namaskar.
So, a lot is happening, and when we look at the way things are unfolding in New York and New Jersey area, how do you see overall, are we moving in the right direction? Are we likely to see back community getting into action?
Yes, I think we are in New York, New Jersey, in tri-state area, everything is moving in right direction because number of new infections are much less, number of hospital admissions are less, and number of deaths are less than 100 now per day as compared to what we used to have one time a couple of weeks ago, about 3,000 to 4,000 per day. So that shows that we are moving in the right direction. Last week, both in New York and New Jersey, the beaches are open, parks are open, golf courses are open. And now, this week, Governor Cuomo has opened up part of the upstate New York. Elective surgery has been started in a certain part of the New York, like Westchester, Suffolk County. This week, they're going to start in Nassau County and upstate New York. That shows that we are slowly inching towards a normal life. and normal economic activities.
Talking about economy and activities, the stimulus package announced by President Trump, and then as we talked earlier, also states have certain different expectations from the federal government. So overall, how do you see this is likely to play out in terms of conditions in New York and New Jersey?
Well, I think it will play out very, very nicely because so far what people are got this individual stimulus, all the small businesses, they all are happy because that make them survive next 2 months. And also government, I'm sure with this second bill, which is pending in the Senate right now, they will work out some kind of compromise, and at the end of the day, state will also get some fund related to their expenses towards the COVID crisis.
I know, talking about the importance of proper information at the right time with respect to coronavirus precautions, do you feel that enough has been conveyed, or you think there is a need of sustained awareness campaign with respect to the precautions that one should observe in order to avoid coronavirus propagation?
Well, New York State, New York City, and New Jersey State, everyone is running aid in all the news media, all the TV stations, all the newspaper, and keep reminding public at large how to behave when they go out of their homes. And it's very simple. This virus is not in the air. This virus is only transmitted mainly by droplets, which is a respiratory transmission, and touching the surfaces which might have some viruses or somebody's droplet is there, and that's how it transmits. So make it very simple. It's nothing to be too complicated. Always wear the mask when you go out to protect yourself and protect other person. Stay in a 6 feet distance. So even though if you come in contact with the person who might be infectious, but that droplet doesn't travel more than that distance. Third thing is always and keep washing your hands as many times as you can with the soap and water, and that's the best precaution one can get. There is nothing complicated. It's not in the air, so you're going to catch by walking outdoor or by going outdoor. As long as you keep a social distance, particularly from the unknown people, and particularly when you go in the crowd, then I think risk of catching COVID infection is very, very small.
Okay, so going by what you are saying, I'm thinking loudly, if you are going for a walk in a park where you are all by yourself, then wearing mask is not necessary, or still one should wear mask?
No, it is. I mean, if you're by yourself and there's nobody around you in the 6-7 feet distance, then there's no need to wear mask. But if other people are also walking in that park, then it's always good to wear mask. Because by wearing mask is not a big thing. Because not only, I mean, if someone comes by accident very close to you, and so you are protected. So that's a small, simple thing to do, and keep washing the hands. The whole idea is, we all think that we all are having a good personal hygiene, but you will be surprised that how many people are not even washing their hands enough. So that's washing hands will be very important. And the third thing is wash and keep the social distance and wear the mask. It's a very simple thing. There's no complication. Even if you don't have even drug, or even, I mean, of course, we want some drug to be there so people can feel more comfortable, because then they know that if they get it, then there is a way to treat it. And vaccine is also good, but all those things are far away right now. It's so right now, if you do these three things, the risk of catching the virus is very, very small.
And in terms of what you are hearing about potentially getting the vaccine for this, in this context, I may bring to your attention, you might be aware that they are noticing new cases in China and the symptoms are slightly different. So probably there is something different happening.
No, it's nothing different happening because the virus can affect multi organs. So sometimes you may see mainly you see the respiratory problem, but the infection you cannot catch other than through the nose and throat and through the eyes. So it means infection you only get from the facial route. So if but the symptom could be different. I mean there are people who can get because in this virus they get thrombosis in their vein, and some may get even stroke, or some small kids they get a lot of rash and other organ involved. But that doesn't mean. But what I'm saying is by going out or by going to work and do the activities, you have to only follow those three main principle. And if you do that, then risk of the infection is less. And as you know, when you open up, more people are outdoor and out of probably large amount. I mean, most of the people will follow the mask and distance and everything, but there are 25-30% of people will not. That's a human nature, and they will. So incidence of the new infection will be there, and that is given. That 10-15% of the infection, you will see the rise of the infection, but nothing you can do provided each and everyone stick to their responsibility.
So sticking to one's responsibility is important, and in that context, when this lockdown period started, we heard that we should pay respect to nature, and people were also talking that we don't need all that which we have accumulated. Life should be simple. But as we move towards the other side, when things again start appearing as normal, do you think people are likely to retain some of the lessons learned during isolation?
Probably. I mean, the philosophical lesson, no, but practical lesson, yes. So, I mean, what I mean is that, of course, when you are isolation, where it means indirectly you are in meditation. So when you are meditation, always you think best in the life. That life is has to be simple. You should not you always behave nicely with everyone. Never say a bad thing to everyone. Do certain things and don't do certain things. But in the life, it does not work that way, as we all know. So try to be whatever you thought during meditation or lockdown period. Try to implement that. But how much you can implement is all depends upon the individual, their will of the implementation. Otherwise, they all will go back to what they were before March.
Very well said, Dr. I appreciate that. And if we look with the same idea towards nations and going towards India, looking at the way Indian neighboring countries, especially Nepal, has now come up with a new map where some territory of India is shown as a part of Nepal, about which our Chief of Army Staff has said that probably it is at the behest of some other forces, which indirectly he's suggesting China. Now, talking about nations in the context of learning lessons from coronavirus crisis, how do you see the global equation?
Well, global equation, I'm afraid that is going to back to what it was before February. It means same thing. People try to grab your land. People will try to grab your business. People will try to do this, that. Unfortunate part of the human life. So that doesn't change. Only thing will change is in larger picture. Probably WHO, World Health Organization will reform. People will reform. Again, if there is a strong leadership of USA or European countries, then they can reform and they can have more exchange of the ideas, more exchange of the knowledge, more exchange of the vaccine, more exchange of the treatment, which is will be available in future. So that's probably will be changed. But as you say that Nepal is claiming this and China is claiming that, is going to be there. Because unfortunately, we did a mistake in the past that we never delineated our border properly. And if you keep it a loose border, this is bound to happen.
Pragmatic ideas from Dr. Suozzi Parikh, looking at USA's position in the changing world scenario, and you might have also come across many WhatsApp messages which are not authentic, but they were kind of declaring that due to coronavirus, America is likely to lose its strong position as international power, global power, or in that realm of things.
I'm afraid that I don't agree with that. Because see, at the end of the day, whoever has gold rules the world. And the America has all rights to print unlimited amount of money. And the world is buying all big commodity like oil and trade, other goods are done in the dollar. So as long as that one is continued, America's dominance will be there, number one. Number two, America is a home of all the invention, most of the invention in the scientific or in technology and all those things. And therefore, again, America's indirect dominance will continue. So I'm not worried about China's dominance or any other country's dominance. Probably post-COVID, even though America suffered a lot in COVID crisis, I think if America's dominance eventually you will see in next 2 to 3 years again back to number one because of sheer amount of size of the economy. Number two, because of the source of invention and new ideas. And third thing is their ability to print unlimited amount of currency.
So, Dr. As we move to the concluding part of today's conversation, question related to the situation with respect to claim for second term as president by President Trump based on the way he has handled coronavirus crisis. How do you see it has improved his chances or it has taken him towards the other direction?
I think he did not handle a crisis that well. So, the whole election becomes kind of 50-50 now. It means he has no guarantee that he will win second term. But unfortunately, the Democratic presidential nominee has also a lot of shortcomings, like forgetfulness, communication skill, and age of the person. All this together, and plus Democratic Party is so diverse. So because Bernie Sanders did not win the nomination, the young people may stay home. And if they do that, then I think Trump can win. But right now it's a 50-50. Anyone's win. Anyone can win. And because Trump did not handle crisis well, he should have acted early enough in February, with the lockdown, and he should have curtailed the infection early enough. And but again, he kind of pumped a lot of money, stimulus money to the economy. And right now, Fed is also buying high security corporate treasuries and all those things, indirectly supporting stock market. and that's why all the businesses are doing good, and that helps the economy. And if that works, then I would not surprise that if Trump wins. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Actually, you gave a very nice analysis from both sides. I appreciate that. And as we say goodbye from today's show, your final words for our viewers.
Well, dear friends, coronavirus crisis pandemic is kind of winding down. Luckily, we all did our best to defend ourselves against this pandemic. Now, only thing we have to remember that when you go out, when you go in the world, start your business activities or social activities, make sure that you wear masks, keep your personal hygiene more aggressively, and keep the distance, and nothing to worry about. You will be winner. Thank you. God bless America. Jai Hind. God bless India. And goodbye. See you next week.
Time to say goodbye from today's Vision of Asia Voice of the Community. But before we go, here is a gentle reminder. If you are still not friend of ITV Gold's Facebook page, today, this Sunday, is the day to take that step of joining a growing family of ITV Gold on Facebook page. Also, subscribe to ITV Gold's YouTube channel and keep writing to us with your ideas, suggestions, as well as details about events at events@itvgold.com. Stay well, stay healthy, take care, and be with us in Vision of Asia this Monday at 8 p.m. And indeed, the weekly segment of Vision of Asia would be joining you again next Sunday at 11 a.m. Till then, take care. This is Ashok Vyas.